And we are live again. Welcome everybody. I'm MysticalLandSlide, and we're back with Terraria again. I wanted to play this again. It's one of those, once you start playing it, you get to where you want to play it, so. Coming back with it. And let's see. For everybody watching, my all of my socials and where you can find me and all that is in my description, my about me, whatever you want to call it, because it's different in like everywhere that you go. So let's see, I just gotta remember what I was doing and where I was. We will get, let's see, our furnace and our crafting table. Gives us gray brick. We can get much of that as we can. $330 should be good. We'll do some platforms. And do some walls. There. 700 should be just about right. I'm gonna try and do some little base up. Oh, do some base upgrade here. And let's see, make it into an official basement. Now, unfortunately, since I'm taking away all this grass, no more pumpkins will grow down here. But that's fine. It'll give me more room to put people. So make their little houses like I did up there. I think at the very end, the dye maker had hopped in. We didn't see him. He's this little dude up here in the corner. And he sells a dye machine where we can make colors, and we can change the color of whatever armor or whatever that we are making. And right there. Now see, normally what I would do is I will do this. And let's see. Put that there. That down there. And what that does is it makes an easy little way for any of the critters or whatever to just hop right up. And they just slide right through. Like if you have worms or something like that. And let's see. Now what you do, how to do is you put it like that, and then anybody will hop up there trying to get in, and the worms can go underneath them, and it doesn't really matter. Like that. Actually, I want to make it one higher. Make that one lower. And you can do the exact same thing here. Actually, I can do that from back here, making it one down, so I'll just go back to doing that. I'm very indecisive, if you can't tell, when it comes to things like this. come over here, directly below that. And wrong one. I want actual brick. I'll make it look nice. Put that there. And let's see if we can put little torches there, because these people love light. And it keeps things from spawning a little bit. The back walls tend to help more than anything, but still. And you just kind of walk it down. Easy enough to make walls in this. Now, removing walls is a different story, because you need the hammer, and I think I can make it out of something else. Doesn't matter too much what material you use, it just depends on how fast you want it done. But you never want to use the wood, or wooden hammer, because it decreases the range, and you won't be able to reach things as much. And that's just because wood is basic, and gives you a lot of negative traits whenever you do it. You can use it, and it does good if you're like a super beginner, and you just want to start it off right away, which I could have done that within like night 1. But generally I will wait, and I'll get something with a little more range to it. I just wanted to create this little line of housing down here. And now it's good enough. And I think you can make... That's pumpkin. Fireplace. I'm not sure if you can make... I don't think you make stone doors. Nah, you can only do the wooden. I think it's 7. Because technically you need less doors than you get from an actual room. Table. I just have a weird way of doing it, which is the way I've always done it. Yeah, I did one too many. Oh, that's fine. And put your little chairs. Now, the only time it's really a problem having them down here is when you're fighting a boss, because they can't escape. And that can be a little touch and go at times, but other than that, it's not too bad. Put all my building materials down here. I always have chests dedicated to certain things. And quick stack. I guess another star. Actually, I can get us a couple if we're fast enough. Of course, I can make the enchanted worms. I think there's something else you can do with them. Yeah, see, that's the trouble. Yeah. Putting that in there just right tends to be a bit of a problem. And see, I do have more. Yeah, putting rope down through here. Okay, and that runs into the end of it. I saw him, but it was too late. Got him. That was where all those gems were. Oh yeah, I forgot about this down here. Let's see. It's not too bad. And there is technically a way to do this without drowning. You just make your little gap there at the top. And since you can breathe in it, doesn't matter. You can go on for miles. Slime is falling from the sky. Okay, that's in a world event. And if you kill enough of them, the king slime will appear. But I'm not equipped to take him on right now. You need some kind of ranged, and my little yo-yo is not strong enough. He is a fairly easy boss, but he teleports. And you need something that can fire at him when he does that. So we'll just make our little tunnel through here. I'm not sure if I can drain enough water, but we're going to give it our best shot. Bring it down just enough that I can easily get down to my tunnel, because I tend to go straight down. I forget what they call it, like an elevator or something like that. Because I just take it and it goes straight down. So. And we can just continue on with it. And there we are again. Now I saw a web or wall crawler. That's a huge spider. On the plus side, oh, stupid ghost. On the plus side, they have huge web areas, which if you can do it right, of course I at the bottom. Usually if you can do it, get it towards the top, you can drain all the water into it. But seeing as we're at the bottom of it, it's kind of useless. Let's see if we can do this without drowning first. Yep, it's starting to drain my health. And just drain the water. There we are. And just take it over here and now drain it all down there. And there we are. And yep, that works. Now to continue with our There's slime there. To continue with our elevator, we just go straight over and drain it out. While trying not to drown it, of course. It's happening again. There. Yeah, the pumpkin guy's not an attacker. Some of the minions you get are attackers, and some of them aren't. It's like he's not, which is fine. Just continue our elevator down. Got arrows, which I can always sell those. Which I tend to. I can hear a salamander in the background. So maybe a void area that we're coming up on. They like to spawn in great big areas. I can hear something jumping around in water. Just hoping I get some rope from that one. You can find all kinds of things in these little jars. And they spawn randomly. I don't places like that. Yeah, I did not want a bomb. I wanted rope. I'm bad for just making like huge tunnels looking, because when you run into all kinds of things and you really don't know what's there, because they've made the game pretty good because it blacks out the sides. So you could go to your mini-map and just somewhere up in here or just right over there where you can't see, they could have a huge treasure room and you'd never know it, which is hilarious. That's what I love about this game. You can just dig and you never know what you're gonna find. Mostly enemies, but still. You gotta watch it, those bats will throw you off the edge. Okay. There's the skeletons that are very aggravating. Some of them shoot stuff at you that throw like bones. Oh. And there's another trap. If Danny was here, I could show her. There's a pressure plate somewhere, and you just trip it in the wrong place, and whammo. Okay. And there's a hook, which you can make. What is it? Is that a grappling hook? I think. Which I never have had too much. Never had very good times with. Hey, all kinds of gel doing this. And it just literally falls out of the sky. And technically it is endless. So you can just go and they'll respawn behind you. Put that there. And there'll be a ton of them on screen if you're not careful. Yeah, I've already got all kinds of gel. And the good thing about making these tunnels is you can just free fall. But it's not smart because you'll hit the ground like I do. Let's see. Oh, I can. It's so tempting to just do a free fall. But I know if I do, I'll be dead. I know there's water down there, but you don't know how much or what's in it. Tombstone. And there is dart trap. The ghosts tend to leave you some goodies. I had my auto thing on. And so when I got near something, it just put it out there. Slime stopped falling from the sky. That's fine. I was not taking advantage of it anyway. Luckily, slimes get stuck on the other sides of... Oh! Usually, get stuck on the other sides. That's what I thought. Yep, there was silt there. Do our little pathway over. You never know what you're gonna find here either. Now over there in the corner, you can see a glowing ore. That's demonite. I don't know if tungsten can do it. I know if I had platinum I could. But that could be another one of those where you need specific pickaxe for. Now you need the demonite to make the higher level pickaxe that can break through obsidians. Which there is lava in this, and if the lava and water mix, makes obsidian. Which is really good if you can break it. If you can't, then it's very annoying. I may end up over here by the demonite. I can see all kinds of... That's the thing, monsters congregate and spawn in any open area. Which is another good thing about having the water like this, is they won't be able to spawn in here. Only aquatic ones will. So occasionally you'll get slime or a salamander, maybe a crawfish. But for the most part, fairly protected when you got water like this. Occasionally you get a skeleton that can somehow get up here, but other than that, pretty good. Hitting another void in the area, which is fine. terrible. I'm looking for... There, I do have some rope. Not very much, but some. About as exciting as watching somebody dig in Minecraft, I know, but part of it. Yeah, there's a slime. And they're extremely fast when they're bouncing on the water. There's a heart crystal. I can increase my health. 200. Which I'm gonna need it apparently. Considering I just got... Ah! That's a trouble. No, don't double jump. There. Takes a while to get to where I can double jump again. There. Oh, salamander. Yeah, he's got 65 health. And he spits poison at you. Which poison out here will poison you. And it just drains your health like crazy. And you stay down there too. Yeah, see that there? Poisoning. And of course I don't have my magic. That's the trouble with doing it like that. And they do drop silver, which is good. They're bound by same thing as everybody else. We can't get through a 3-block hole. Oh. That's the only trouble with pickaxes. What's that? Oh, skeleton. Oh, he's in a groom's outfit. I think there was a achievement, I think, to get a bride and groom. Which I have done that before. There. That'll take care of them for a while. Okay. Cobwebs. I can use those. And let's see. Yeah, if you can double jump right, you can get some pretty good height. Hello, Pickle. How's it going this lovely morning? Got your pickle dance emojis going on there. Up way too late last night. Paying for it now. Yep. I know the feeling on that one. Yeah, let's see. Sometimes things respawn up through here. And salamander up there. I'd rather take on the jellyfish down here than the salamander. They poison. And if you can get them turned around by hitting them like that, they can't really hit you. And we'll just go over this way too. Ooh. Yeah, like I said, fall damage sucks on here. And there's a bat to try and take advantage of it. Ah. There's that. That's a good thing about the cloud in the bottle. It gives you that extra boost jump. There's some rope. There's health. There we are. Which I really lucked out on my early game drops. Because getting the climbing shoes first thing was lucky. And then getting the Hermes boots and the cloud in a bottle that soon. It's just absolute luck. Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't get in there. So I gotta make me an air pocket. Before I drown, preferably. Yeah, I was up. It was one of those nights. I fell asleep watching a stream for like 4 hours. And so when I do that, my body's like, no, you can't go to bed at your normal time. You gotta stay up for hours. So I was up for until what, like past 3. So I know all about the paying for it in the morning. Even you ever seen anyone fall asleep on live stream with a webcam on? Not as of yet, though I can totally understand. I know before there was a lot of changes to the terms and services, there were some people that was scamming viewership by going to bed with their stream on. It wasn't too long after that they changed things where I don't know how they would know, but where if they found somebody doing that, they'd ban them. Something about you have to be on stream and active before you could do something like that. And having somebody asleep who's not active, and it was this big old thing. I saw once there was a sleep stream channel, and it was someone who basically has a camera on for people to watch them sleep. Had over 1K viewers. Exactly. Now, I'm not sure how that's considered entertaining, but I know that there's a lot of people that were into that. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be. Because I know I sleep. I'm very active in my sleep, so it would not do for the not do for me to do that. Last thing you want to see is me flailing around in bed. Who's sleeping? Watch me kick. Exactly. In my old bed, of course it was, I loved it, but I've had it for like 20 years. So it wasn't a good bed. It's hard on my back and everything. And I would wake up and the covers would literally be like a spiral. I'm like, what did I do? Just lay there and spin at night? It was crazy. Now I am somebody, if I get startled when I sleep, I will literally start flailing around. And it's kind of an uncontrolled reaction, and you just better not be there next to me when that happens. As I used to sleep next to the window in our old house, and I don't know what it was. Something startled me, and I punched the window frame. Luckily, it wasn't the window. If I had, I would have broken it. And even my mom, she knows that I do that. And when she tries to wake me up, she will holler at me first, and actually physically touching me as a last resort, because I will start flailing around. And everybody's like, oh, what are you dreaming about? I'm like, I don't know. But that's just the reaction I have to it. Some people are just violent waking up. Dreaming about eating BF. Make chicken. Exactly. Makes me want to fight as well. Yep. The thing is, it's weird because I'm not really aggressive or violent of a person, but yet when I wake up, apparently I am. But I was like that when I wake up from anesthetic. Apparently, our family has a negative reaction to it. I was 15 and I broke my arm, and I had to have surgery to repair it. And I went under just fine. But when I came back out of it, they said I was flailing my freshly surgeried arm and my other arm around trying to hit people. I broke it on a trampoline. You know, the common thing of people back then. Which, I admit, is my own fault. I was doing flips, which they say not to do. I have it plastered all over the thing. But, of course you're gonna do flips. It's a trampoline. And I was doing me and my nephews call it a fancy flip. I would bounce up real high, I'd come down on my knees, and then I would flip up into the air. And this time, I did make it. I came down on my knees, shot straight up in the air, and only halfway made it into the circle I was supposed to make. And started coming straight down towards I could see it, the mat coming straight down towards my face. So of course, first thing you do, put your arms up, and you catch yourself. Well, just never broken a bone, knock on wood. Oh yeah, oh, it's lovely fun. And it wasn't the coming down on my arm that was the trouble. It's when all of my weight came down on it. And when that happened, it just snapped my left arm. It was the big bone that broke, not the little bone. And that amazed the doctors. They're like, we hardly ever see this. They're like, it does happen. They're like, but we rarely see it. It's always the little bone breaks first and not the big bone, or you break both. But I was the rare case, apparently, where the big bone just snaps. And then it went in kind of like a bottom of an X. You know how it touches? That's the way my bone was. So they couldn't align it like, you know, they normally do. They're like, oh, we could try to pull on it. I'm like, no thanks. I'm like, if there's not much chance of success, I don't want that. You're gonna do something, do your best at it, I guess. Exactly. It was just one bit of chaos after the other with it. So they figure out, okay, can't do it, it's broke. Not only is it broken half, but it is also spiral broke down it when it broke as well. So that just makes it even better. And they're like, okay, we can't fix it traditionally, gonna have to have surgery. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, it's terrifying to have surgery, but at least it works. And at least I don't have to go pulling on it. So, yeah, it sounds like sound medical advice. Well, this was a ER doctor. They're not exactly high ranking. And so it took them forever to get the x-ray. My grandma was a medical billing specialist, and she actually had to go to one of the administrators and threaten not to pay the whole of the ER for them to actually come and do the x-ray. They forgot about me. I was there for 8 hours without anything done to me. The only people who remembered I was there and actually did anything was the sweet little old ladies that go around offering people pop. And then as soon as they would say what was wrong with me, because, you know, they have multiple ones that go around, every time they'd be like, well, everybody can have pop except you because you might have surgery. I'm like, no thanks, I'm fine. They put us in the back of a room because they had us like 8 people in these rooms, and they had curtains around it for privacy. Well, they forgot about me and I was in the back. And so they ticked off the wrong grandma. She looked like this sweet little old lady, but she wasn't. Not when it comes to her grandkids and her family. And so she basically told them that she was a medical billing specialist, and at the push of a button, nobody in the ER gets paid for the next month. And as many times as she pushes the button, they don't get paid for the next month. And they went to the administrator afterwards. I don't know if it was when she had said it or afterwards. And they're like, she can't do that, can she? And they're like, give her whatever she wants. And they're like, she can do it, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. It is untraceable. So needless to say, I got very good treatment after that. There was this little man with a briefcase in his suit standing outside with her when they wheeled me out for the x-ray. And he was not looking happy, and she was standing next to him, also not looking happy. And she got it taken care of. But, I mean, there's really no excuse for it. It was not known as a good ER to start with because of where it was. But it's just crazy. I mean, this is the same ER. We took a neighbor to the ER. She was having severe abdominal pains. There was this guy sitting next to us, literally next to us, and he had a gunshot. And they just set him out there in the waiting room. And they gave him a towel so he wouldn't bleed on the place. But other than that, he was just screwed, basically, until they decided to do anything. Because, according to them, they were busy. It's like, yeah, I don't want to go to this emergency room. But that was years later. It didn't improve any. But did you die? No. Luckily, mine was not a a vicious wound. That's what I was thinking of earlier. You can use the stars in here to give yourself mana. I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't remember what the stars are used for. But yeah, we got through it, got the x-rays. They brought in the doctor. He was a really nice doctor. I don't know if they had to call him in. Probably, since Grandma threatened him. Because he was one of the best in the area and around, apparently, from what they said. So they got it all set up. I was going to wait till Friday. I was going to have my surgery. Thursday, they call, your doctor is sick. He had, like, vomiting, and they said the room was spinning every time he got up, and they're like, well, you're going to have to wait 2 weeks for him to get better. And Mom was like, okay, what's he supposed to do until then? Like, how is this going to work with him having surgery? They're like, well, his arm will grow back together. We'll send you a prescription for pain medicine because he will be in excruciating pain that he won't be able to stand. And his arm will start turning in on itself as everything starts growing back together. Or the second option was to take a inexperienced doctor that was, to me, was like a trainee to this professional doctor. And and Mom was just like in shock when they're telling this. And she gives me the option because, you know, I'm 15 and they've always let me be very independent about my decisions. She's like, do you want the agonizing pain or do you want to go with the inexperienced doctor? And I'm just sitting there and I'm with my arm in a cast and I'm like, the doctor? So we go through that. He does the surgery. Obviously, it doesn't go well. It's a long, drawn-out story, and it doesn't sound real, but it is. I'm living proof of it. He cuts the main artery in my arm, and for 20 years, I don't have a pulse. We have a friend that's a paramedic, or at least he was at the time, and we tell him, they tell us in the emergency room, or surgery center, after that, it's like, well, he won't have a pulse, you have to keep the arm warm, because since it doesn't have good blood flow, it can freeze. And, so I go through that. The recovery, it was good. I mean, my arm is basically better than it was before, thankfully. You know, it's one of those, if you didn't believe in miracles before, after you go through all that, you will. Because that's the only thing that saved me from these psycho doctors. So, go through that, recovery, go through physical therapy, you know, whole 9 yards. And our friend, that's a paramedic, he comes to the house. That's several years later. Still ain't got a pulse. And we tell him about the story. We go through the whole thing, and they're like, oh, he says he doesn't have a pulse and all this. And he's like, yeah, I don't believe that. He's like, there has to be something, or else he'd be dead. Because, you know, he's a paramedic. He should know this stuff. He goes and he takes my pulse. And we about have to peel him off of the ceiling. He starts freaking out. And he starts going into this monologue about if he didn't know that I was standing there alive, he'd pronounce me dead. He's like, there is nothing there. It's supposed to be there. There is nothing there. And he just goes on and on and on. And so he tells us, at the time, I did not have a medical alert tag. And he's like, go to the store, get a medical alert tag, take the card from it, put it in your wallet that says, I don't have a pulse, but I'm not dead. And so we have to do that. And for years, I just didn't have a pulse in that arm. So yeah, that's one of my crazy medical stories. And you go from there. I've had a crazy history with medical stuff. The childhood shots nearly killed me. It was I only had part of my childhood vaccinations because of it. And the doctor at the time advised me to be very careful if I ever take a vaccination of any kind. He's like, it could kill you if you do. Because it nearly did when I was a child. My mom said that I just kind of laid there like I was dead after I got it. And they're like, oh yeah, he's having a reaction. I don't remember what she said that they did. But basically, they just kind of kicked us out and said, well, watch him, and if he gets bad, take him to the emergency room. So, yeah, we have all kinds of fun. So I've always had to be very careful about what I take. Oh, spider. I got a web slinger from it. Okay. Now with the spider rooms like this, they can't climb up a 2-block thing. But I can... Got another heart crystal. You can build walls, and they can't really get around it. But you do have to watch them, because they will get through a 2-block gap. Because when they land on the floor, they are only 2 blocks wide. But when they're on the walls, they're huge. Yeah, they can reach through. But on the plus side, I did have a, I wanted to say rabies, tetanus vaccination. I got a tetanus shot several years ago. And I didn't have the normal reaction people have with it. Because normally everybody says that their arm is like dead and it hurts and all that. It didn't bother me. So, me and my weird medical reactions paid off finally. But of course, living on a farm, I needed the tetanus vaccination anyway. Because there are all kinds of rusty metal equipment and dealing with nails and all that, so that was when I needed a chance when I got it. Okay, I'm gonna head back up. Actually, I'm gonna go over here. I can see the edge of something. I need some more underground housing. Because you can find all kinds of loot in there. We're getting closer. Let's see. That's the weird part when you can see just little edges of it. Some kind of light source. Because it's showing on the map. right about above it. And sometimes some of the best loot you can find is right here at the top. And I'm almost over it. Not dig straight down. Well, it is water. Okay. I've got rope from that, which is good. Okay. I have to hop in a work meeting for a bit. I'll be lurking. Okay. That's perfectly fine, Pickle. I'll be here digging away. Always nice having you in the chat. Let's see. Man, these little voids can lead to all kinds of stuff. So. Oh, there's a little fairy again. You're leading me off to a chest of some kind. Well, when you find little fairies, you gotta go for them. Because they will, like, explode after a while. So you gotta, it's one of those, you gotta get it while you can get it. Must be a little ways away. And of course, they can be, I think, any color. At least they used to be. This one's a little green fairy. It's going straight up. Now, the good thing with the climbing, what is that? Climbing shoes? Yeah, spike shoes. Ah, there's a little house. Just what I was looking for. The good thing is if you can find climbing claws, then you'll literally just stick to the wall. You'll Spider-Man it. That's what I thought. Drain out all of this water from here. And let's see. Yeah, there's a door. You can just dig through it, which I usually do. Ah! That's the trouble with sand. That's why I hate dealing with sand. There we are. Ooh, got potions. Chandelier. Now these are the low-level slimes, so it's not an issue. Dragonfly statue. We got Precise Cloud in the bottle, which unfortunately they do not stack, but still good to have. I have a single piece of wood from that. And let's see. That's what I thought. Fine, I will get the yo-yo and I will take care of you personally. All else fails, bring out the yo-yo. And see, I get sidetracked. I was gonna go back home, but no, I want to go over here and see all these kind of things. Because you just never know. There's so many chances of different loot. Oh. I do not have the auto thing on when you're fighting your sand because it will knock you around and you'll lose it every time. I'm so terrible about that. Okay, we're back up here. Yeah, not high enough. Oh, of course, has to hit me. Huh. I hate those worms. They're so annoying. But out of all the other enemies that you can get, I think I like them. I like them better than some. They can just be a little annoying whenever they're running around doing their choo-choo train impression. Yeah. Take that. And yeah, we can't get up here. Cobwebs. Wooden arrows. We got some red slime. Actually, something I do like is the little pink. Oh, yep. Where's Danny? I poisoned myself again. And just get all this. Looks like yellow slime from what I can see. That's why I always hold my cursor off to the side. If you can sometimes see what's coming ahead of you. Not always, but sometimes. And it's trying to get me. Yeah, sometimes it just goes on and on. It's hilarious. One thing I really do like is it is actually random. About the only thing that is kind of set in stone that you'll get is that your house is basically in the middle. Everything else, on which side the crimson or corruption is random. If there's going to be a temple in the sand, it's random. So, I like that. Kind of a measure of you just never know what you're going to get. Now, sand does have a pretty good use. You can make glass out of it. You can do all kinds of things with the glass. So it does take a while to go through. Just enough knockback to keep the slime at bay. Mostly. And let's see, I see a little jellyfish over here, but that's about it. And there's a bunch of water. Do that. Gotta have my way of escape. Fill up the jellyfish area with water. See how he likes it. And, oh, there we are. That's why I like the double jump, because I can get back out of situations that I've gotten myself into. Because otherwise, you'd literally just be stuck. Okay, we'll head back. Little slime chasing me, but that doesn't matter. Try not to have fall damage, because it hurts. The last fall damage I had was 175 out of my 200 health. So, you kinda gotta watch that, or else you will end up pretty dead. Okay. Oh, lots of water. And I go back to the rope. Now I got, it was 100 and some, so as I climb, I'll just build. And it just goes till it's done. Nope, wrong way. Okay. Traveling merchant. Now those have a bunch of stuff on them. Let's see, what's he selling? You can get some good stuff. Star Princess outfit. A celestial wand. It's platinum. That takes a lot. Let's sell all these. Potion. Keeping pretty much the rest of it. Pressure plates. And let's see, mostly costumes from the looks of it. Painting of a blue tiger and a stopwatch. Okay. Now to put our stuff away. Just quick stack it. Put that there. I don't know why I keep statues. I never use them, but I gotta have them. Is there more? Somewhere to put my dye stuff. That's a costume. Yeah, we can put the dyes here. Actually, I know what I normally do. So I'll put that there and make it a dye chest. I think it takes, is it 10 gold, if I remember right, to buy the dye machine. Cat ears. Seeds. Dirt goes up there. I will need the dirt. As I build skyways with it. Sell those. Now I have a web cover chest. Let's see how much gold we do have. Oh, we do have enough if I wanted to buy the dye machine. Oh, it's only 5 now. Sometimes their prices can vary depending on where they're at. It's kind of like a lot of other games. They have their own, I guess you'd say, needs. And if you fulfill them, then it makes their prices a lot cheaper. Teal, blue. It's flame dye. Let's see. It's hard to see, but I turned myself into a blue alien. which is the best thing you can do with the dyes like that. Okay, let's see. We have platinum. We should be able to make that into bars and maybe upgrade to the highest level pickaxe I can get right now. I already can. Let's see what else we can get. Tungsten. Oh, I can do meteorite. But this just does it better. Platinum hammer. Platinum axe. Yeah, I'll put that there. And you can make stone statues and sell them, although wouldn't necessarily recommend it, as it does waste your stone. Let's see, I can sell my old pickaxe and my old axe. Might as well profit from it while I can. And let's see, that's the sparking. Let's see how many. Can't remember how good emerald is. I know diamond is the best when it comes to making a staff. I think I also need a high level. What is it? It's one of these. I don't remember which. It's been a while since I made it. Fishing rod. Go down here. There we are. Emerald staff. Tungsten and emerald. 19. It's the best I got right now, actually. Now that chews through your mana very fast. Yeah, be careful with how you use it. And for that thing is space. Actually, I can do that because I don't use too many of those anymore. Just in time. Merchant departed. Yeah, I just kind of gotta watch it to make sure I don't hit the ground, which I am bad about. Oh, I lucked out on that one. There was stinking spider webs in a way. There we are. And shoot straight down. There we go. Yeah, and there's some obsidian. Let's see. And what I'm doing is I'm taking down these spider walls. So they should be able to spawn in here. Because if they can, they will. Then you have just a random spider sitting at the bottom of your thing here, your tunnel, and you'll just land on it and start dying and wonder why. There. Now we can continue on. Yeah, and if you leave it on like the auto aim, yeah. Do that. There's some of that mossy stuff there. Yeah, if you leave it on auto aim, it'll destroy every wall around you in this humongous square, which is pretty nice. Black slime below me. That's a tunnel. Yeah. That works. Huh. And run out. You just gotta wait for it. Now the good thing about the lava is it will kill anything. There are very few mobs that are immune to it. Oh, and there was a trap, lava trap. And it just opens it up and fills the thing with lava. Because it has kind of the water physics as well. So, always something to keep an eye out, especially when you're around lava, because they will try to drop it on you. There's another mushroom. Open this up and then I can go up there. Oh, more rope. I will need that for sure. There we are. I could actually go over this way. And come down and get all that stuff down there. Which I probably will anyway, if I dig straight down. So I make it look... Ah! Stinking skeleton. Enough here. I can do that. Okay, oh, there's a little mushroom house. Now those I like. Now the thing with this mother slime, most people think it's harmless, but when she breaks, there's like 3 babies that hop out of her. And if you're not careful for it, or ready for it, they will catch you off guard and hit you good. That's mildly disturbing. Let's see. The thing is with that stinking bird, they don't slow down for nothing. And I already ran out of mana. I can take care of these, mostly, with the pickaxe. That. What's that? Mushroom hat. Oh, that's a mushroom. Mushroom costume. And bunches of rope. I'll need that. I take the little mushroom chest there. And we can go back over here. And we got enough rope. Up. Oh, I hate bats. And there's a bird. If you can get them like that, where it's above you, you're pretty good. But there's also no promise of it, so... kind of a problem. And there. There we are. That'll get me up high enough. I can get back up. Get down here, take out that little piece, and let it go. And of course it's right there. Another dragonfly statue. Now it looks like below me is lava, so that's the hard one when it does it like that. I'll do it like this. And we'll just make it so nothing else can do that. Come down on me. I'll just throw my... get some more dye. Now there's not really much I can do down here, unfortunately, because of the lava. Because you literally can't build. You can't build on it. The only thing you can do is add water to it, and then you just have obsidian, which is unbreakable. So I tend to just start leaving it at that. Which of course I hate doing, but because I have to destroy the Eater of Worlds to fix it. So in this case, there's lava over there. There's technically lava all around me, but should have enough I can connect it. Okay, that's the spider. And there is water. Yep. Wrong way. I can hear the salamander doing his gurgly thing. He's right there. And that's the thing, you can't get inside or he will start spitting at you. Unfortunately, this is one of the... There's a miner with his helmet. Could see the light. Got him. Okay, he just falls down. He voluntarily killed himself, I guess, or threw himself off the edge. See if I can get this way. Sometimes if all else fails, just go a different way. We can usually find these little hidey holes in the side, with the light, everything, so. You never know what you're gonna find. But I do need to try and go one way or the other. I know I got stopped on the jungle side, which kind of sucks. But I can try to go back that way and see what I can find. Should be coming right at the bottom of it. That's an unfortunate thing, building tunnels like this. The bats are everywhere. Yep, there's the bottom of it. Of course there's water. But, on the plus side, these are legs to a house. So, I can just dig up here and get right to it. That's a big one. It's a balm in that one. Crafting table, regular table. Oh, one on top too. Rare enchantment picture. Now there is a suspicious eye. And that's how you summon the Eye of Cthulhu. So you gotta watch out for that. And my inventory is full. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any gems. So I can't break this amethyst or else it'll just be lost. So come up here, quick stack it. I'll put my eye in there. Which sounds funny, but kind of what I'm doing. Increase my health a great big bunch. I'm now up to 320. Which will look tiny compared to when if I defeat the boss, Eye of Cthulhu. Sharks. There we go. Put pictures everywhere. Let's go shop. Sell all that. That. Looks good. Bunch of rotten eggs. Put my mushroom chest up here. Mushroom costume. Put the rotten eggs down there. And add more to our dye. Wonder if red is any more visible. I think the boots are showing. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't need my accessories visible. Okay, we have 1,200 of dirt. Quick stack that out. And there we are. Now I know this doesn't do anything, but it aggravates me. So let's see. Of course, me, ever the terraformer. I always flatten it, just like Minecraft. I flatten the land out around me. Spend some time on beautifying the base. Because normally what I would do is I will do this, and then you take down the walls behind it, and then you can plant trees. Because I think one of the people actually want trees around. And they get upset when there's not. And it affects the cost of their stuff. I think is it the merchant, maybe? Really what they want, when they updated to actually giving them wants and needs, they want you to build them like their own separate houses. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'll just give you a conjoined house. Because if I did that, there'd just be like continuous houses all the way around, so. And this is what hammers are good for, besides being very good at knockback, as you can see. And they do have decent damage. But their disadvantage that they have is that they're slow. And so they're significantly slower compared to other tools you can use. Place that with dirt. Just like that. Actually, I'll make it wood. What I like to do is do that. Then we can go back and forth. It don't matter as much. And I still get all the benefits. Now I could terraform this, but I won't do as much as I did on the other one. There. Make a little thing so they can come up. And we'll make our little wood. There. Actually, I need to do it like that. Because I do tend to open this up every so often. So when you do that, you gotta have that. Now, I will take away that because little pumpkin seed is just for show. Put him down there. And let's see. There's the string. Increase yo-yo range. And it's jagged too, so it increases my damage. So I believe it's total, not just yo-yo. You can make vanity items like a robe. And you can, I think you can color it. Fire starter skirt. There's a lot of vanity items you can make. And you make beds and sofas. You can make silk ropes, web rope, all kinds of things. But for now, we're just putting it away. Seeds actually go in another chest with the rest of them. As fire blossom, that can only be grown on, is it ash, I believe? So, we have our robe, and there's the butterflies that you can catch. Yeah, you just get a host of things on here, and you can use it all as bait. So, I'll move that down by 2. You got 5, 10, 17, 25. So in theory, I should be pretty good with bait for a while. And you can catch fish, and then there's actually a couple of the fish that you can use as weapons. Yeah, there's a slime. Let's see, that's the one thing I ran into because I thought it was a rabbit, and it wasn't. It was a slime. And just getting pumpkins. So we'll go up here and see if we can get back down to the jungle. A little bit more armed, I guess you could say. So I'll be as squishy as I was the last time I was over here. And a little faster with the speedy boots. Ah, couldn't jump it. If you catch it just right, you can jump up and then over. And since you're using the speed of the boots, like that, you can send yourself flying. But if you're like on the edge, it'll do it as a jump boost. And we'll just see if we can get past where we were before, which is right here. So it should be fairly easy. Zoologist. Now they've just noticed that I went into the jungle. Yeah, you can find all kinds of things here. I'm actually... Yeah. Because that right there is a beehive. You gotta be careful because that breaks. Bees come out of everywhere. I'll loot all of that. Let's see if I can get up and out of here. The mud is decent to have to break through, so I'm fine with it. Don't want to spend too much time because you'll get all kinds of things spawning around you. Which is why I didn't want to stay out there where I'm vulnerable. Jungle grass. There we are. If I can get inside the tree, I'll be good. So it's getting dark, and the little eyeballs will be coming out. There we are. Inside the tree, you can find more goodies. I have a step stool. And usually, though it's random, you can go down here and there's a secret little house. And inside of it is living wood, is what they call it. You get the loom, which you make living wood objects. See, and you have a wand that consumes wood but places living wood, so it changes it. And then you have it consumes wood and places leaves, so you make your own little tree, which is fun. Let's see, I'll break this. And here at the bottom, sometimes you have multiple levels, but I'd say not. It just kind of opens up at the end, and you'll be in. Usually, it's a little tunnel. A lot of the time, it'll have water in it. So, and this one's pretty far down. I'm surprised. And it opens up to the jungle area, which is fine. Oh, of course, dropped it right on my head. Like I said before, you don't want to be under that. I'll just climb our way back up. What I'm really trying to do is when you go to the edge of the map on either side, you get onto the ocean, which is one of the best places for fishing. And you can catch a really cool fish, which is, I think it's called a reefer shark, which is a humongous pickaxe. And it's extremely strong. Used to, it would mine anything in the game, but they nerfed it because they said it was too powerful. So we'll head up here under the living wood. Yeah, and these costume guys are more powerful. Take all that. Need my pumpkins. And the good thing about being near sunflowers, it decreases the amount of things that spawn. Go over here. And there's another living wood tree. Actually, there's a couple. I'll do that. Sometimes when they're close like this, they're connected. And they'll have another living wood area. Yep, it's connected. There we are. We have the finch. Now this is the one I was looking for. This is a little bird, rests on your head, but it attacks. That's what I was hoping for with the little mushroom thing, but didn't find it. See, it's flying around. If it could reach it, which has that, some of the line of sight is interesting at best, it would actually go out and attack him, which is cool. As I always say, every little bit helps. Same works with damage. And it's continuous, so if I'm running or whatever, it'll attack them behind me, which really helps. I need that for the Eye of Cthulhu as well. There we are, boomerang. I was hoping for that. I was hoping for it more than a lot of things, actually. Because you can, let's see, yeah, it's a material, so that means you can do something with it. Yeah, there's the Nightcrawler. It's enchanted. So I'll put that there, down there. Shine potion. Basically that is like a miner's light. It'll, for 10 minutes, it'll give you light around you. Now I do like the boomerang probably more than the yo-yo. Not so much the first level one, but because if you catch them just right, it'll actually stick in them, and as long as it's spinning while they're moving, it'll do damage, which I love that on the Eye of Cthulhu, because then it'll be hanging behind you pretty much keeping speed. And you're just damaging it. Which is pretty much half of the way that I kill the thing to start with. Okay, I am here. I ain't got anything I can... Yeah, their range is not very good in this. Not the first level one, at least. And Demon Eye. You'd be surprised how high they can jump. Okay. I'll actually put a chest down here. Put that there. The thing is, all this is valuable. So I hate to actually get rid of too much of it. So if you do it like this, you can just go straight up. And keep the majority of the critters away from you. I do need to make... It's a melee weapon, and if you got it in your hand, you fall slower. Now I'm one of these weird people. Whenever I'm over here at the ocean, I like having palmwood buildings. And I don't make it a complete building, because the people would actually just come over here. So let's see, I'll take it about as far as I can this way. Put that there. I'll do some light. Okay, that's there. Let's see. And you can make crafting tables. That's another thing with the star. You make enchanted boomerang. There we are. Now that one's better. Forgot about that one. Put the crafting table near there. Now you make all kinds of palmwood things. The wandering traveling merchant. Yep, he's arrived again. Now you don't have to do this because it's not going to be an official house, but I like to. I think the background of it is pretty, so that's why I always do this. And of course, I won't have enough. Be right there, and I got some. Let's see. Let's see, wood wall. Oh, because I don't have that open. There. That'll be enough. And that's our little house. And the painter has arrived. And the yo-yo is also a material. You can make a higher powered yo-yo with it. Actually, I'm going to come up here and make platforms. Add that back there. You can fish off of these, which is what I always do. And if you have it high enough, then there are ocean critters. just like everything else. They are everywhere. And so, now that is... He's got a little quest. Let's see. I did not make a door. So I'll just make one out of regular wood. I'm not that picky. Technically I am, but not at this point. Yeah, let's run out there so you can die. There. Now he will eventually teleport back to the main base. There's a goodie bag. There we are. Seagulls. Everywhere there's seagulls. I got myself more mana. And let's see. I do have a magic mirror. The thing is, there are chests under the ocean. And there's a couple of really cool items you can find in it. One is a breathing rod, which will extend your breathable air. And what I really want, which is hard to find, are fins. And you can, it just increases your swimming. So unfortunately I'm going to have to teleport back. Let's see what the merchant has anyway. Portable concrete mixer. Ah, right there, extendo. Sell all these that can be sold. Potions, throwing knives, grenades, more potions. And let's see, I have 10. That's enough for one thing. Probably go with the extendo grip. Since I'm not using the yo-yo at the moment, I don't technically need that. Oh, there's the cat. There's all the cat costume. Now the cat ears, I believe that's a normal vanity item. I'll put this down here, and you can craft various living wood things with it. It's not, I don't think any weapons can be made out of it, but still fun. Living wood, regular wood chest, living wood door. Put the wands in there. They are kind of valuable because you just can't up and find them. So they're good to have. That's where the plants are. Put all these down here. Plants are good for making potions. And let's see. Yeah, I can't put that there. I need a platform out of my building area. And you can put a bottle on it. that's what you need to make potions. If I remember right. Which I don't have any of that stuff in my inventory, but put that there. And we should be good. Have to check. Now, the good thing about the guide is he can tell you what you can make stuff out of when you do crafting. You put it down there. Okay, just a regular. That requires in-game stuff. Yeah, it would be nice if I could find all those. The shroomerang and the ice boomerang requires hellstone. I don't have hellstone as of yet. Let's see, enchanted night. Oh, you can make terrarium with it. I think it's the flail that I need. I can use a ton of torches. It turns it into like a flaming flail. There's a lot of chandeliers, candelabras. Of course, all the weapons are down at the bottom. And it gives you every light thing in the game. Which is fine. There it is. Yeah, flaming mace. We have to have a regular one. There's honey. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Pumpkin, spooky, flesh and bone. Yep. Yeah, so I have to have a mace for that, which is fine. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll try to run back if I can. I'll do some fishing. See if I can catch me. Oh, the good thing about that, when it's raining, you can catch worms. Occasionally you'll see them crawling around on the ground. Hello, Alextra. How are you? You missed my story earlier with Pickle. Let's tell him all about my adventures with the broken arm. Waking up, having coffee, and mentally preparing for another 3-hour training. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You'd really have to train for something like that. Let's see, with Twitch, for the next 7 days, you can always go back and watch it again. watch the earlier part of the video. And whenever I can get around to it, I'll post it on YouTube as well, so you won't technically miss it, it's just harder to see. And actually doing these double streams a day, I am behind on my posting. I still have both videos from yesterday post, and I haven't done it yet. check it later. As you're recovering from your 3-hour training or such like that. Do you edit it? Nope. I have editing software, and I can get the video in it, but I can't figure out how to cut things up, because I still have the collab video I did with a friend of mine who's a streamer, where we played multiplayer games with him and his friends, and I have yet to be able to find a way to cut it up, because me being me, I was so overawed, I guess you would say, at the occasion of being able to combo stream with somebody else that I forgot to turn my overlay from starting soon to the actual gameplay until about the last 10 minutes of the game. And it's a 50-minute video. And I hate to post, 50 minutes of just screen. But at some point I would probably have to, if I'm going to put it up. Hiccups. I tried to actually edit it so I can get it down to the 10 minutes of actual useful footage. But I couldn't figure it out. So it tends to make it a little difficult when I can't even figure out my own software. Yeah, stuff like that sucks. Yep. Yeah, it was my first ever collab with anybody, and I forget to even change it. And of course I had a blast doing it, which is part of the reason why I forgot. It's because I was so into actually playing the game that I just didn't think. And when I didn't think, I didn't turn on my overlay. The audio's there, but that's about it. So if I was to ever figure out how to edit, that would be the first thing I would, because I still have the VOD of it. I just haven't posted it. Something I would have to definitely probably look up. But I don't ever edit my stuff. I'm kind of a what you see is what you get kind of person. So unless I was to ever have an editor, that's all I do. Takes a lot of time. Yes, I've heard people say that. I think that's probably one of the most hated thing about making videos is the people that have to edit it. But with me, I don't really have too much to edit out, so it's not too much of an issue with me. I know a lot of people when they're doing their videos, some of the ones I watch, it's obvious they have to edit it because they cuss a lot, and there's certain words that YouTube doesn't want on it, and they'll have to edit their videos because they keep saying the forbidden words. And since I don't really say anything like that, I keep it pretty clean. So it's not a issue for me. Now occasionally a game will say something, but I don't usually play too many games like that either, so sure to read in the comments, so if anybody ever did say something like that, I would tend to just breeze over it. Or just not read out the whole thing anyway. Okay, I am using the Enchanted Nightcrawler that I have, which has like a 35 power. Let's see if we can catch... You catch a lot of fish, and you can't eat them. Cook them into stuff if you have the right things. What I'm really hoping for is the reaver shark, most of all. But you can get like, what is this, sailfish, sawfish, something like that. Yeah, swordfish. And that is actually like a spear. It does a ton of damage. But you have an increased chance when it's raining. Just kind of a passive increase to your fishing. I think, what is it, if it's overcast, that increases it some. Now the little fishing guy that we found over here on the ocean, he has quests he will send you on, and you have to go to a specific biome and fish in the like lakes and ponds that are there. And if you do, he will get, eventually, I think it's like every 5 or so quests, he will give you a piece of what they call angler gear. And eventually it'll, I don't remember what it is, it's something that will tell you what the power, over here on the side where it says enemies nearby, it'll give you a idea of your fishing power, and it depends on the day, the time, everything has some kind of effect on it. Overcast, raining, night or day, and it will tell you what that is and how it's affecting it, and kind of give you an idea of what the best time to do it is. I played a lot more Starbound. I have Starbound. It's actually kind of a lot like that. I played it for a while when it was not too long after it first came out, and all the massive changes they made to it, it was so much of a different game that I hadn't played it too much after that. I had a friend that he played it like crazy, and he was always wanting me to play it with him, but he was so far ahead of me and so advanced into the game that, come on, attack the stupid zombie, that I'd feel bad if I was playing with him, because he would just have to give me stuff because I'm nowhere near his level. And of course the first boss that they wanted to send you on in the beginning really ticked me off. It's the eyeball underneath the ground, and I would get so close to killing it, and it would do the laser beams all around and start spinning, and it would kill me every time. And that just aggravated me so much. Why am I mad? I usually like to help friends. I know, but that's just me. I'm one of these people, I like to build up from the base, kind of like this. I started a brand new game, and I got everything. Now if I was going to play a multiplayer game with somebody, I would want to start from the very beginning, and we could like do it together. Now I know for a fact my friend was not like that. He's one of these, he will play 20 hours a day just to beat it, and I'm not like that. So I really didn't want to get too involved with it with him, because he wasn't a streamer. It was just somebody I used to know on the server. So So I didn't want to get too involved because I know even if we started all over, he would want to play for 10 hours. And I can't do that. I have life responsibilities. Don't think I ever got too far. I like exploring the depths. Exactly. It's kind of like this game is for me. I don't get like super far into it, but I do like exploring. I'm trying to think. I haven't beat actually the end game bosses. Because there's like Moon Lord, which is like the most difficult of the difficult on here. I haven't even gotten close to that. I think I've only beat the Wall of Flesh like, what, 3 times maybe? In the whole that I've played it. He's very difficult to kill anyway, and I just don't take the time with it. I'm so busy exploring and doing everything, building. I'll have this humongous house with a bunch of people in it, and I just don't think about continuing past that point. And of course, then there's little side quests with the fishermen and several things like that. That'll keep you busy. And then there's like sky islands on here, and you can find really good loot in there. And then there's harpies that attack you. They fly around shooting feathers at you. So that's enough to keep you busy. And then there's the corruption, and after you defeat a certain boss, it starts spreading. And something I do is I'll get the reaver shark and I will dig tunnels all the way around it, and it takes forever. And I usually burn myself out doing that, but it keeps it from spreading. Ah, broke it. I'm down to 20 bait. I've only caught one of the attack fish, or utility fish, I guess you could say. They are rare, and they made the reaver shark even more rare, so sometimes you either have to just look into it, and of course the bait I'm using is not very good, so that can have a hand in it. But now I'm up to the worm, which is, what, 25, I believe? And then you add that with the fishing pole, which I think is 15. And still, that's not quite... not a lot. But I'll actually hop down here, see if I can find one of those chests. Yeah, those jellyfish are vicious. There's the floaty. It forces you to this top. And you, like, physically have to push down to get back to the bottom. Which is good, because they'll immediately send you back up. And there's the other chest. So I've hit the end of the ocean, I believe, on that side. Yeah, that's the end of it. So you got a glow stick. That's why I like that bird. It'll just randomly attack everything. Another glow stick. We've got all the chests that are over here. I gotta throw myself up into the air. Gives you a little boost. Yeah, it's a crab. There are some coins here. Oh, now it's raining again. Battle music for rain. Okay, we can get another enchanted nightcrawler. Maybe it'll increase my, since it is storming, maybe it'll increase my chances of a reaver shark. Because I believe it might be able to do obsidian. I'm not sure, it used to. Oh, broke the enchanted worm. Let's see what we can do on this. I got a trout. An iron crate. I'm not sure. Tsunami in a bottle. Actually, the good thing is you can stick them utility things back there on the side. It doesn't do anything. You don't get no benefits, but it's a way to store them. And if you do need them later, you can use them like that. I kind of lucked out with the rain and the storm. You don't usually get that very often. So it does help with the fishing. It'll increase my chances at least. Catch something good. The exciting world of fishing. I can sometimes get about as bored of this as I do in real life. But then I get determined of I want a reaver shark, so I only have 12 bait left, so 11. Every time you hear that snap, it's breaking the line, and I believe you generally lose it. Ray loves fishing in every game. Not my thing. Exactly. The fact that this one is fairly easy of a, I guess you call it mini game. You just have to wait for the little bloops. It's about the only way I can do it. A lot of the other ones, I get so aggravated trying to fish on things. The Power World one is not bad. You just have to, because it's kind of a, if you ever played Stardew Valley, it's along that same line, which I played that for a while. Not too bad, it leaves a little bit of a challenge, trying to keep the bar within the fish range. But this one's pretty good. I've lucked out with it storming. It has increased how much fish you can catch, because there's sometimes you'll just sit here and you wait forever, and I get so bored. So, pink jellyfish. Now, pink jellyfish, you can use as bait. Which is funny, it uses bait to catch bait. I'm not sure. They're at 20, so it's not too bad. And it tells you the bait next to your cursor there. So see the little pink jellyfish. It tells you what it is. I got a wooden crate that has money in it. 4 gold. Which is quite a bit, really. Oh, well, I lost the pink jellyfish. finally out of the meeting for a couple of minutes. Well, that's good to hear, Pickle. It's going pretty good. Just doing some fishing now at the end of the world. Talking with Alistairs about how Ray likes to fish, and they don't. I caught a sawfish, which is hilarious because have you ever seen a fish that you start like a chainsaw? Well, now you have. You go fishing with the kids again. That makes it more interesting. I've never been much of a fisherman. Both of my parents like it, but I don't. I get bored. I'm one of these people, you can't guarantee that you're going to catch anything. And you can't guarantee how long it takes to catch a fish, so I get bored with it. Okay, there's apprentice bait. There's too many variables for my liking when it comes to fishing. I like to do bass fishing, as it is more of an active fishing sport rather than throwing a bobber in the water and waiting. Exactly. Well, you can bass fish that way as well. True. Yeah, the more active types of fishing would probably be better for somebody like me. As bored as I get. And my mom and dad are always like, oh, it's not about the fishing, it's about sitting out, just chilling and relaxing. And I'm like, I can relax from my computer. I can play Terraria and fish and relax. And I don't have to fight mosquitoes. I don't have to worry about drowning. I don't have to buy a fishing license. I don't have to worry about poles and bait. So I think between the two, I have the better idea of fishing. I'd rather relax on a walk. Exactly. Fishing licenses are ridiculous. All licenses are ridiculous. I see why they do it, because they can kind of regulate things, but the fact of how much they charge is crazy. It's used to, I could see it. They would have to send it off, get it approved, and then send it back. You know, that's all well and good. I can totally see that if it takes a process. Nowadays, practically automatic. You print it off at Walmart. It's a piece of paper. It does not need to charge you almost $50 to fish. And it's the same with hunting licenses anymore. I see why they do it. Gotta regulate the game and all that. But you do not need to charge an arm and a leg. I mean, the guns and the bullets are bad enough for hunting things like deer. You don't need to charge as much or more for a hunting license. And it's the same with fishing license. You could go broke buying fishing gear, and then you have to spend so much more on a license. So, yeah, I can get on a bandwagon about that. I mean, you get free meat out of the deal. Yeah, people have to pay to try to hunt their own food. Exactly. Yes, you do get it for free, but it's not a guarantee. I mean, if you get somebody that sucks at it, they ain't gonna catch squat. And so they ain't gonna get their free meat, and they're making money on the license then, because they're not losing any animals. So I'm sure you can argue it both ways. Yeah, there's a breathing rod that increases how much time you're underwater. A bomb fish, which is very dangerous with me. Spelunker potion, those are actually helpful. Probably one of the few potions I'll keep. Quick stack that. Silver. Yeah, see, in those crates you can get things you don't naturally spawn here. Got copper and silver. Let's see. More potions. That here. Because tighter cloth, you need that. That creates a spawn for the goblin army, I believe. I'll just sell all that because it's not really useful to me right now. There. Now a pile of shells can be placed, so it's useless to me, not useful. And building material. I want to put my yo-yo up since I'm not going to be using it for a while. And let's see. I think you need a cooking pot for the fish, I think. Been a while. Sticky dynamite. Okay, so I need lead, which is not a good idea. Alright, there's sashimi. It's not a good idea to have a lead cooking pot, but that's in the game. So you just kind of go with it. Since you can't, you don't have iron, they put lead in there as a substitute. It's like, yeah, but the actual issue of the lead would be worse for you than anything else. Because I wouldn't confirm it to say that I know everything, but if I remember right, they said, wasn't it Beethoven that drank out of something, was it pewter, which one of the ingredients was lead, and that's why he went deaf, I believe, or whatever his health problems were. And they said if he had, after a while, it became irreversible, but if he had changed to another kind of cup to drink out of, all of his problems would have reversed. And they said he just didn't realize it. It was his favorite, so he refused to drink out anything else. And that eventually led to his death. It's like, oh wow. Now let's see. I will. There he is. He blends in the background. Okay. Yeah, you have run out of Pokeballs there, Pickle. So if you scroll down, I should have a panel that has the Pokemon game in it, and there'll be a shop tab for that. And if you have enough money, which I'm not sure if you do, you can buy more Pokeballs. And that's the only way you can get more, other than joining the Discord. Is it like PCG, I think? Yeah, PCG. And like every day you can type in a certain command and they'll give you either Pokeballs or specific fancy ball things. And there's all kinds of stuff like that. Depends on, like, it has a rarity to it. So okay, we'll go down the tunnel. Since I've got like 400 rope. what I should do is go down here and use this spelunking potion, because it will show me where all the shiny things are. And I can go through here, and hopefully I can find some more of them, oh, the houses with the chests in them. As you can see, all the little jars, and vases, and things. Not too much. There is a void over here. With the way that they're set up, it very well could be a house. You can kind of tell by shape where they're placed at. Either that or it's embedded in a wall somewhere. Which, not surprising either. Nope. Looks like it's just a hole. Okay. Oh, there's them over there. Looking at loot and run into run into fall damage. Typical for me. Well, that works. And go over here. And that shows it over there with the water. Yeah, if you're fast enough with the jumping boost there, you can kind of catch yourself even if you have fall damage. And if you do it just right, you won't take any. But it's a little tricky. Yeah, you gotta watch those. That's almost an instant kill with those boulders. Nope. Oh, there it is. Ah. Slime. Now in a minecart. There's the fin. Yeah. Minecarts are dangerous. Because it does do damage whenever you run into something. But it's so fast, it's hard to control. I have been known to run off into lava. Because you can see how hard it is to stop. You don't want to get going too fast or you'll overshoot these. There. The life crystal. And let's see what's over here. These tunnels can go on forever. There's a life crystal back here. Let's see. It's R. Gotta remember that. Sometimes getting out of the minecart is the hardest thing. Let's see, we're at 10:30. Let's see, there's a demon altar, which that's for making like boss summoning items. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, there's all kinds of loot around. Oh, cobweb. That's the only thing that stops minecart dead in its tracks. We're in a snow biome. Now you can find, what is it? Ice boomerang. And there's also like ice skates, which are rare drops here in the snow biome. But I gotta find a chest before I can do that. And it does have ice effects, so you will slide. Oh, there's a chest. Yep, right there. Flurry boots. Those are, I believe, these speedy boots. Yeah, I can run super fast. This is a humongous mine shaft. And there we are. Nope, wrong button. Okay, so it drops us off over here. Got some topaz. Use another one. And that's ice bat. Some of this you gotta watch, because that translucent ice right there, if you fall onto it, it'll just break underneath you. And there's nothing you can do. And you will take fall damage from it. So, be very careful with things like that. Like that. Bat statue. And dark trap. There's emeralds down here under the water. That's what I thought. It's a pressure plate. Curious as to what the pressure plate was keeping pressure for. Some ways you probably don't want to know. There we go. Cobwebs. Yeah. There we are. There you are, Danny. Hello. I did see your message, but I'm streaming, so. Got some sapphire. So sorry, Ring. Fine. Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. This is my morning stream, so it's not an issue. I was going to, we can talk about, joining forces for my, afternoon stream. How many monsters have you down? Knowing Danny, probably a ton. Keep with her, Fortnite stats. Just opened it actually. Oh, you're planning to stream now. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to see about streaming later. We'll see. Oh, heart crystal. Need that for all the health I get. Not streaming yet. Okay, good. Yeah, I was getting ready to stop streaming because I'm going to have to get some breakfast. I've been up since 7. I haven't eaten anything yet. So, oop. Dark trap. Do a quick stack. My flurry boots down there. Getting myself ready by drinking a monster and becoming alive. That's one way to do it, yeah. Let's see. I'd actually rather have flippers. chests. Let's see. Wherever the flowers are, I got frost stuff now. Water walking. It's all sellables. Back to the flower. There. Slush. Oh. Sell all these. Get a lot for arrows. Okay. Just do the dye this way. Let's see. If I don't get my coffee or monster, I'm only good for Palia or something chill like that. True. I could see that. Stack. Okay. Alrighty. So. I'll do the sleeping stream we were talking about earlier. Yeah. It seems about like. Alright. So that's it for my morning stream. Got my monster so I can get my jitters so I'm ready for Fortnite. I can see that. Alright. You spelled cod wrong. Don't worry. Drive us to the trees. Yes, that is exactly what I do. I won't miss one. Yep, exactly. I don't. I'd had to think how many things I hit when I played Fortnite like that. Alright, so I'm going to end my stream here for my morning stream. And then I can message you, Danny, about if I want to do a second stream or join in whenever. Get some food. Catch you at the next one. Exactly. I need to get me something because I have trouble with my blood sugar. I don't want to pass out on stream. So, goodbye, Minecraft Mario. Okay. Exactly. Alright. And I'll message you after this, Danny. I can use my phone. And for everybody, since you're all here, we got Alstra's and we got Pickle, me and Danny are planning to do a combo Fortnite stream. Thankfully, after it finally upgraded forever. But we're planning that, so that will be my next stream. So when you see a notification for that, we will be doing that together. This should be interesting. Exactly. I'm a terrible noob, and I can only get to 6th place when somebody else helps carry me. Danny is a professional at it, so we'll see how well we can do. If nothing else, I will just die and be left behind, and she can finish it, and I can sit back and cheer her on and claim victory when she wins for me. We'll do it pickle style. Alright. Got distracted. I get distracted. Yes, I do too. I get very distracted. But okay, with all of that, all of the people on Twitch and on YouTube that happen to be watching me, whether it's now, later, or on the VOD, all of my socials and everything you can find is in my link tree, in my descriptions. And it's up there on the stream as well. And my Discord server is Midnight Howlers. That's in my link tree. You can join on that. And I think that's it. And for that and everybody, I wish you a goodbye until later.